It is probably our #1 seller at this point, and we're very proud of it. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Going back to what we do, after failing in the music industry, went to brew school and studied engineering and chemistry and trigonometry and thermodynamics and all the stuff I totally avoided during my normal studies. I was very lucky to have a brother. I am very lucky to have a brother who's an engineer. He is the left brain to my right brain, who helped me get through all the mathematics involved. So that was very helpful to me. But, so going through brew school was a lot of fun. We learned about all the engineering aspects as well as the process. So going through that was very helpful. It helped me dial in the recipes because I had the recipes, but dialing the process was something entirely different. So it was very helpful. But going forward with AleWerks, we take a damn the cost approach to ingredients. We try to buy the best stuff that we can. We go well out of our way to buy the highest quality ingredients that we can. We try to support local. I was the first purchaser of local hops in Virginia. Huguenot hops out of the Ashland area. Seaside hops off the eastern shore of Virginia, which I was very proud to support. And the local malt is really coming along. It's a little behind the hops, but if any of you guys have had the local whiskey around here from Wasman's, they also make malt. We've tried to support those guys with local malt. And I've worked with Virginia Tech on trying to develop new strains of barley that are maltable in Virginia. And we've done many studies on how to make malt a viable commodity in the state of Virginia. So we're trying to create new jobs, create more economic opportunities within the Commonwealth of Virginia by making barley more accessible to brewers in the state. It's kind of boring, isn't it?
Love it.
We're trying to do good things for the agricultural industry here in the state, and we're having a good time doing it. So it could be worse, I guess is what I'm saying. We get to give feedback to these farmers on what they're growing, and it's a lot of fun at the same time. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. But, so the second beer that's going to be coming around in a second is our pumpkin ale, and as it's coming around, I'll talk to you about it. But just giving you a heads up, are there any pumpkin ale haters in the crowd? Haters? Pumpkin ale haters? Just one.
I'm sorry, I don't like the pumpkin as much.
Hopefully we'll get them this time. Is that 2 chances? 3 strikes, you're out. So, are there any homebrewers in the crowd by chance? 1 homebrewer, all right. 2? Is that 2?
Not a brewer.
All right. Well, I got into brewing beer through my brother, the engineer, of course. I was playing on the road, and he brought me a beer and said, "I made this. Check it out." And I said, "No, you didn't. This is good." Because I did the Mr. Beer thing, and it was not good. So when he actually told me he made this beer and it was delicious, I asked him, "How did you do this?" He said, "All right," and they showed me. Now he doesn't make beer anymore. So it's just funny. I'm very thankful to do that. What's that? I don't know. It was probably cheaper for him to I just give it to him. Well, the pumpkin ale's coming around. So this beer right here is 7.3% alcohol by volume, so it's a bigger beer. We make it as an English style amber ale, brewed with the traditional holiday spices: cinnamon, nutmeg, clove, ginger, allspice. We also put brown sugar in there to kind of give it that kind of pumpkin pie feel. Some lactose to kind of mimic the whipped cream. And some of the malts we use mimic the kind of graham crackery flavor you get in pumpkin pie. So, long story short, we're trying to mimic a pumpkin pie in the bottle. That's our entire intent with this. It's based off my mother's pumpkin pie recipe. I very much stole her recipe and tried to mimic it in a beer. So it's been a lot of fun. Oh, I see one of my brother's co-workers over here. Hey Tim, how's it going? So Yeah, that's very cool. So where was I? With the pumpkin. Started making that back with my brother when he was showing me how to brew, and kind of doctored it and made it and scaled it up. So I hope you guys like it. It's done very well for us. And question?
What do you use for the pumpkin? An extra?
Good question. All right, so for the pumpkin, this seems contentious to some. We use butternut squash. And butternut squash is in fact a form of pumpkin. I have had to defend that legally. It is. I've tested so many iterations of pumpkin. 5 pumpkins, sugar
Most
pumpkins,
pumpkin like a can of
field
squash.
pumpkins don't count. But
Most
butternut squash, we buy it fresh, we have it, we scoop the seeds, we bake it at 425 degrees for half an hour, roughly 45 minutes, until it caramelizes. We mash it, and then we put it in the kettle, and you get an unbelievable flavor out of it. It really beats anything that you can buy off the shelf, and doing it fresh really makes a difference. So if you're going to do it, just do it right. That's the way we take it. So it's a pain in the butt, but that's the way we do it. So
Don't listen to them, they lie.
I hope you guys like the pumpkin. For this time of year, for a cool fall day, I think it's perfect. It may not be for everybody, but that's all right. For those that like pumpkin beers, it's great. And for those that don't, that's cool too. So I hope everybody likes it. Any questions about pumpkin beers? I would gladly try to answer anything you got.
Make it year round.
I can't make it year round. Nobody drank it in March. What year in March? All right. Maybe we will. I got it. Sir.
What do you have for Christmas?
Christmas is, we've always done a beer called Marley's Lament, which is another spice beer. It's a darker amber, a little stronger, and we're going to probably relabel that this year and put it in a 4-pack as the idea. We would, putting some of these beers, this is just my 2 cents, putting a high alcohol beer in a large bottle doesn't make a lot of sense to me personally. I'd rather have one portion and be able to finish it than try to share a 22-ounce bottle and try to drink it over the course of 2 days. So we're toying with the idea of putting it in a smaller package, 4-pack, putting it in that kind of distribution. So it's a spiced amber ale, winter warmer style beer. Yeah, we're really excited about it. Sorry? The canning versus bottling question. It depends who you ask. We came at it in 2006 as a bottling facility, just because it was traditional. We had access to it. Canning was not at the same level back then as it is now. So the amount of dissolved oxygen you would introduce back then was just not okay, and it's changed. That being said, we don't necessarily have the wherewithal to do canning right now, just by sake of the amount of breweries that are open. You can order, for every brand you have to order a trailer load of cans, and the real estate to hold that is just, it's a lot. So we're toying with it. We're going to probably start introducing small amounts, but it's going to take a while before we're in that point. We have that in mind. Well, at this point, I want to open up the floor to questions, comments. There's also the Stump the Brewer aspect. If you ask me a question I can't answer related to brewing, I'll buy you a beer, because I know there's some people in here that are smarter than I am. So, guys, questions, please ask me something. Yes, ma'am. Sorry? Oh, thank you. Thank you. I can put in a cheap plug here. We're opening a second location at the Williamsburg Premium Outlets in relatively short order. We are trying to get that open as soon as possible, and what we have targeted is next Saturday as a soft opening. Grand opening is to be determined. So what we're going to do is just unlock the doors, and the people come in. Grand opening will be shortly.
So expect to
thereafter.
see them there next
I
Saturday.
hope so. I hope to see you there.
They never invite me to go anywhere with them.
It's because you don't like pumpkin beers.
Well, see,
What else do you guys have? Tim, do you have any questions? Tim is one of my brother's co-workers. He's an engineer as well. Well, guys, thank you very much for tolerating my indulgence here.